So let's explore how you make yourself valuable, whether or not you're within the firm or you're seeking to be with one. What is that value proposition that someone brings along, Marsha?
Well, I think a lot of people are very competent in their technical areas, their subject matter areas, and always willing to do a great job in that piece. But the reality is that for you to contribute a lot to an organization, there's so much more that needs to be done. So whether you are somebody who steps up and says, this needs to be organized, I'm going to take on that task as an extra effort, or I know it's really important to the organization or to the company to be involved in a society like this, or pick any of your alphabet soup organizations. I know that we don't have a lot of daytime hours that I can do that, but if you'll give me a little bit of time, I'll contribute some of my personal time, and I will be the representative in that organization on behalf of the company. Kind of looking outside of the day-to-day tasks that you know you have to do, and look at the things that you can do that, for a consulting firm, it's very important that you have good name recognition. So where do you need to be? Where do you need to show up? Where do you need to be engaged as a professional and doing a good job in that role, so that not only do you grow as a professional, but you bring positive name recognition for your organization. That brings a lot of value, and you can't even put a price tag on it. It's huge. One of the other things that you can do to bring value is if you're a more seasoned professional, you don't have to be a gray hair, but just more seasoned professional, look around the organization. There are some young rising stars. Take somebody under your wing, offer to spend some time with them, help them be better than they are today, because every layer of the organization can help, both up and down. It's not just the seniors helping the juniors, if you will, but there are things that we, as those who've been away from school or technology training for a while, I'm very fortunate because I have younger children, and so I've had the chance to, be the Facebook queen for a long time, because I learned, because I wanted to know what they were doing on Facebook. So
wait a minute, it is possible for us,
an old person,
yeah, to actually learn from the younger people.
Absolutely.
Because it's important that we stay up with that as well.
Yeah, they're
right?
teaching me about Twitter now. I was a little bit of a Twitter idiot for a long time, and I'm learning how and what to do with Twitter, and that there are different reasons why different people use it. I heard a great description. I went to a social media event that one of the other professional societies put on in Atlanta, and they used a great expression. They said, we talk about Gen Xers and millennials and baby boomers, but there's another way to divide us. There are the lean forwards and the lean backs. And the lean backs are people like me who grew up reading the New York Times, and we knew how to read the newspaper and get our information there. The lean forwards are the touchscreen generation, the smartphone generation, who get it all from that media. And there are differences both in how we get our information, but also how we approach technology. And there are good and bad sides to all of it.
Now, would you say, though, that someone that has those skills, that is a lean forward person, if they can bring that to the company or the agency and show and demonstrate, here's another way that we can do and reach our mission by using these newer technologies. And Marsha, you're a twit when it comes to Twitter. And
Thank you.
So here's how you do it. Wouldn't that bring value?
That would be huge. That would be huge. And to actually do it, years ago we started using Facebook to develop pages for some of our public involvement projects. And, my staff.
So was that your idea or someone that was?
Well, I did the first one, but it's really the younger staff that implemented it, that really got excited about it and saw an opportunity to take something that they enjoy doing and bring value to the organization by implementing it and staying on top of it and visiting it every day. And they knew how many messages to send out per day and what things to post and what not to post. And those skills are valuable to an organization.
And Michael, when you're in a hiring mode now, so what helps you to find value for someone that you're interviewing right now that you believe will bring value to your company and its mission?
Well, it's difficult in a hiring process to get all that to come out. I mean, you've got to try to decipher that through an interview process. But certainly what I'm looking for are people who have that independent thinking, that bias for action. As an example, you know, I was interviewing someone the other day who'd been out of work, and they had recognized that they needed to keep up on their skills. And so they were taking a class at the community college in the latest version of AutoCAD. They had maintained their membership in their professional organization. They were doing all those things in order to stay relevant. And so that tells me that, you know, this person takes some responsibility for their own career development, those types of things. You know, within our organization, I look at the people who are the most willing to take on whatever needs to be done. You know, it's the theory of evolution. You know, you talk about the survival of the fittest, and most people think that that's the biggest and strongest survive, but that's wrong. It's the ones that are most adaptable to change are the ones who survive. And people who are willing to try new things, dive in and do what needs to be done. And you know, you can get to that through an interview process by asking them about their past experiences, the things they do for fun. You know, people who are active and achievers in other parts of their life usually bring that to,
right, so it's not just
the
about
office.
the one dimension that's the firm, it's the...
Well,